I think we should have hot dogs on the fire one of these days.
Dude, I'm all about it. Look how big that cedar is right there. That sign posted on.
What are you streaming on right now, Dad?
What'd you say?
What are you streaming on right
Freedom Inc. 2. There's Freedom Inc. is all but no longer still there, but it's slowly going away. My options are to delete Freedom Inc. altogether, which with it goes, everything, and which I thought about doing, but for now I think, just in case, I'm just going to delete the videos, or at least to make them to where they can't be seen by you, the average viewer. So if you want to see a video over on Freedom Inc., you better go mirror it, watch it, do whatever you want to do with it, because all the live streams will disappear first, and then all the videos will follow shortly after and be gone. It's just, the problem with the channel anyway was realistically 600 of the subs were subs that me, because I said one thing that they agreed with. The other 1,900 subs were from shout outs from Cuttaboy 32 and Barricade Garage. So really I had like, what, 40 subs or something like that, Paul, that were, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what was it anyway? It really wasn't anything. It was a bunch of people saying they wanted something that they'll never have because they're not willing to pay the price for it. Oh, if PHF 101 is here, it took 20 hours for him to drive down here. And he's going to be staying a little bit. I don't know. You want to tell me how long you're staying? It's supposed to take a couple months. So, he waited until he broke his arm to come see me, though. So he's now going to be the site foreman. And I guess I want to be the grunt. Today was the self-reliance day. So we went this morning. I wasn't feeling well. We left about noon or 2 or something. Now about noon, I think. Noon or 2, it didn't make no sense. And now we are on the way back over here to get traded. Don't let me forget to stop and get money from trading out of the ATM. Silas. But what are we going to talk about? What's on your mind, Paul?
Nothing.
Right.
I'm hoping we survive this drive.
Why? I drive this every morning. I drive this like 80 miles an hour.
Twice as fast as I do.
Well, you're old though. You're like a grandpa,
I'm hanging on with white knuckles. Right
Barely. I mean, look how broke down you are. Knees broke, arms broke. I mean, your arms broke. You can't even.
Get in the truck.
So when you broke your right arm, because you have to, you're right-handed, right?
Yep.
So did it mess you up mentally when you tried to wipe your ass with your left hand?
Yep.
Did your brain redo it, like closing your eye and try to, you know what I mean? Like if you lose an eye, your brain will make up for it.
My left arm is a lot more flexible now. I will say that.
There you go.
I can actually put my belt on and everything before it was really difficult.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the day is coming that your left arm will be what saves the little kid. You know what I mean? Or might be what goes up the dude that pisses you off too. Right. Either way, God gave you a gift. It was for a reason why you're more strength. You have more strength and you're more flexible with the left arm.
My stomach is smaller because I do more sit-ups.
There you go.
To get out of bed.
Can't push yourself up.
No, can't push yourself up with your arm anymore.
So you
lift yourself up.
You got to do sit-ups.
Yep.
All right, you hold this. Why am I holding this and driving when you're sitting there perfectly good? Don't point at me, point at you.
I'm pointing at you, man. This is your live stream.
Is that my live stream? You look, it says you're not even.
I'm going to just. I know he does.
I drive great. Have I killed anybody yet?
No.
Have I hurt anybody yet besides myself?
No.
Thank you. You should see how I drive when it's me alone.
I can imagine.
Thank you. You're older. You're a grandpa.
Can I see the fastest I've ever seen you go on the back road, Dad?
I don't care.
90 miles an hour.
Where at?
Here.
Yeah, I think you're reading the speedometer upside down. 60s.
I probably have. We got decent.
You don't have to prove to me how fast it goes.
Let loose. Anyway, I'm really so like, the purpose of Freedom Inc. We'll talk about this real quick, then we're going to let it go. Okay. The purpose of Freedom Inc. was to hopefully build a community. Well, first educate people. You're not a very good cameraman.
No.
Here, put the phone right there. Right yonder. Set it up right yonder.
Right yonder. Here, you get up here. So climb up here, Sal's good. Sal's getting done. That's his job. I don't think it's gonna stay there.
Hello.
It will. Today, oh, you gotta hold the cord. You can sit there, but you gotta hold the cord. How many idiots does it take to fucking stand the phone up?
I'm ready.
There you go, right there. Finger, Paul, grab it. Fingers. There you go. The purpose of Free to Make was to educate people, try to open people's eyes up to the lie that's been told to all of us, and change the world. And throughout the entirety of Free to Make, I had people at my throat trying to shut me up, shut me down, censor me, get me locked up. All that shit happened. Like, for real, there were people, like, for real trying to get me locked up. And in the end, it happened to be somebody that claimed to be on the same page as me, as us, but they wasn't. They might have been on the same page, but it was definitely a different book. And just get here. I'll just hold it. I'll just hold
We
it.
need a phone. We need an actual holder.
A holder. I have like 3 of them.
Yeah.
I've never used them. That's easier just to hold up my hand.
Why don't you put it back up on the dash that you were before?
Because it keeps falling.
Huh?
It keeps falling.
No, I'm talking about like really.
Not because that was in the other car. I won't do this truck. So anyway, and in the end, it was somebody that claimed to want the same thing. But see, they never really did. Like, looking back at it, like I said, when I see the first red flag, I should have dished them then. Their ideal of freedom was telling you what somebody else should do all the time. And it was never anything that was freedom oriented. But anyway, so that's gone. Freedom Inc.'s most likely gone. At least that channel, anyway. I might have thought about changing the avatar to this channel. Maybe I'll let you guys decide. I'll change the avatar to this channel. Or maybe we'll kill it and start another Freedom Inc. Hell, I don't know. But the entirety of it, though, as it is today, is dead. It has been dead. I know it's been dead for a long time. I think anybody that's really paid attention has known that it's been dead. And it's just because I realized that all I'm doing is putting a big target on myself for when shit goes really sideways. I feel a lot better now, like, being where we're at, that Paul's down here. I told him last night, like, I'm glad that you came. Anywho, how was the drive?
The drive was horrendous. Mainly because I drove through the aftermath of the storm that blew through Missouri, southern Iowa.
Was it Tennessee? That's what we got the other day, right?
Yeah, but it was. I lost count after 200 cars in the ditch, and at least 50 semis, most of all which were on their sides of the road, completely over. I've never really seen that many before, and it looked like the wind just blew them right off the road.
Some of our trees, that like the big pine trees, the big 60 footers, I bet the tops of them were moving 40 feet at least.
Yeah.
They were blown until they hit the trees next to them. They could blow over them.
Yeah, because I'd come to a section in the road where there'd be 6 semis in the ditch for no random reason, and all on both sides of the highway. And it just looked like the wind the hand just blew them right off the road. So it was pretty brutal. Pretty brutal driving.
I wonder how many of them were empty. How many of them were loaded?
I don't know. I only saw them moving 1 semi, and they had a whole crew there unloading it. It was on its side, and they were shuffling all the stuff out of it so they could pick it up.
All right. Paul and I talked about earlier, when somebody's wrecked like that, the insurance company, they have people they call, they come out on the side of the road, and they sell it to them, and then they unload it from the trucks. So Paul got me, probably backwards to you all, but it says Freedom, got a big flag on it. Pretty badass. He even broke it in for me. Wore it for a day. Hell of a buddy, I'm telling you. Hell of a friend. That Peterbilt. It's a nice truck. I need a Peterbilt. Hey, roll that window up.
You can join the trucker.
Dude, fuck no, man. No. It has nothing to do with their not freedom convoy, because that's what it is. It's a not freedom convoy. They are ready to get Trent some money. He's wanting to buy something. I don't know what. There's so much cars there. So the Self Reliance Festival. There's a ton of people there. I seen Matt from Solid Village Project. I just talked to him briefly, just long enough to say hi. We really didn't even talk. It was just, hey, how you doing? I wasn't feeling well, today. I just wasn't feeling it. Don't know why. I just wasn't feeling it. So we left. But anyway, I was actually supposed to do a demo today, demonstration for Wolf Ridge Log Splitters, and I didn't because I left. But Trade never called me to come back and do it. But anyway, I got to run in here real quick. Here you talk about something. Talk about whatever's on your mind. Don't matter. Anything that's on your mind. What we should do as a country. What we should do as a people. Whatever. Whatever's on your mind, you talk about it. I'll be right back.
All right.
Talk.
I'm working. I'm trying to think of what's on my mind. You say it all. Well, hello everybody. No, I just in talking with Freedom, I decided to come down here and spend some time with them. And with for my broken arm, I the day before Thanksgiving, I was hooking up my small utility trailer, and like I've done a million times to my truck, and it was just slightly uphill for the trailer, so I was just kind of pushing against it with my shin of my leg, and I had my left hand on the tongue, and I picked it up and set it on the ball, and it slid off the ball, and it caught me off guard, and I fell forward, kind of like a domino, and managed to get my arm out in front of me, my elbow, and then my full weight landed on the elbow and fractured my humerus bone right below the shoulder. And I was laying there on the ground and making noises I've never even heard before. And there's nothing like it. I mean, I was as far as pain that I've experienced, it was horrific. And luckily, I was able to get a ride to the hospital, and with a makeshift sling on, and they determined I was broken, and now that's been a kind of a whole fiasco in just dealing with that was in this upper Wisconsin, and just trying to transfer the physical therapy and that stuff around became such a pain in the butt. It was hardly even worth it. But anyhow, that was the day before Thanksgiving, so I was it was my whole upper chest was, and you saw the pictures, was black and blue. I mean, it was black mainly, and it was all the way from one side to the other, my whole upper body, my arm, and but it's recovering now. At least I can use it, and but it's it takes a long time to heal that particular bone, and they didn't have it was fractured in a way that it didn't. They could have pinned it, but it didn't really need it as long as I kept it immobile, and so I just kept it in a sling forever and learned how to re-sleep. So yeah, that's my broken arm story. You get what you needed?
Yeah, I took you money for Trade.
Okay.
I got it. This is my checking account.
Okay.
Let's pull up right here.
Oh. See.
Start sinking here. You guys coming?
There you go.
All right. I don't have much battery left. I think we're on 30%. So we'll take y'all with us along for the ride. Come on, ready? Let's do it. You ain't gotta come if you don't want.
I'm coming.
All right. That's what she said. Lane of Lincoln, Illinois, all blacked out windows. Well, that ain't a Fed car if I ever seen one. That's a bitch. And in Illinois, they got like really restrictive window tint laws in Illinois, don't they?
Yeah.
Really odd that cars get blacked out like that.
I don't think they even care there. Minnesota, you'd never survive that, or Wisconsin.
Oh, down here, dude, they have one just so black. I mean, you can't go up to them and look inside of them with a flashlight shining out the window. You never see it. A lot of cool shit here, though. You guys are into, you know, being self-reliant. Might be something for you. They're having another one on June 11th.
Alabama,
And there's people here from all over the place. People from Mississippi. I seen a tag over. I thought from Washington
New
State.
Hampshire.
Yeah, there's one right there. What's that one right there? Connecticut? No, Colorado. That one is. Tennessee. People setting up, selling stuff, talking. You know, doing whatever it is people do. I don't know. I don't know. I just want y'all to see Paul say, hey, I want to jump off here and run in here and get my kiddo and get out of here. Y'all stay safe.